Today I'm at BMW's new retail.next outlets, and to talk with me regarding that is none other than the head of BMW India, Vikram Pawah. Thank you, Vikram, for speaking to us.
Thank you so much.
First of all, tell us regarding this retail.next. What's it about?
Well, so this is now what we're trying to do here is redefine what auto showrooms look like or car showrooms look like. Because I think, if I remember when we entered India way back 17 years ago, we created a benchmark for car showrooms. And I think the entire industry has caught up to that. So we thought we'll change the game now. We'll create another kind of a showroom with a lot of digital features in it, with a lot of spaces in it for customers, so that it feels not like a car showroom, but more like a boutique. And I think you can see that. You've been around, you've done the walk around as well. The color combinations, the way the things are set up, it feels more like a lounge and a relaxing place where you can interact with the car and with the people who are going to look after your car. Also, the concept aims at making sure that all the interactions happen under one roof. So gone are the days when the service center was a little bit separate. So there was a separate entrance. There's only a single entrance. So you'll do your service discussion, your purchase discussion, your accessories and lifestyle purchases, your used car purchase, all under one roof. Okay, and also this extends to all our brands as well. That all the Mini and Motorrad will also get combined into a single showroom. Right, so that it's finally about the customer. We're putting the customer at the center of it, and it's not just about the layout or the infrastructure or the furniture. It's also about the kind of digital tools that we are providing. For example, you would have seen a lot of big screens, big projection screens where we can project the car. We can talk about the specs of the car. People can customize their car or configure their cars absolutely live in front of them to see how the car will actually look. Also, a lot of roles are changing within the dealership, where a lot of customer-centric roles have been introduced, so that we are able to provide absolutely, glorious moments at every interaction that a customer goes through. And also for that, a lot of processes change as well. We got a nice little central hospital area, really good coffees, so that it's not just a place where you can just come in and out. You can spend some time, enjoy the cars. And I think all our customers are really passionate customers about cars. And this is a place for them to enjoy that passion.
So the luxury customer has changed over the past few years. I mean,
Yes.
is that a reflection?
Yes, I think the definition of luxury itself has changed, and that is driven by what customers think what luxury is now. Earlier luxury was all about this, let's say the bling part, if you call it like that, right? Now it's more subtle, right? It's more subtle. It's more about sustainability. It's more about what actually the brand in that luxury means. And I think this is a way of representing our brand. As a BMW, we're a very dynamic brand. We're a very approachable brand as well. So I think this kind of color combination, layouts, which are free-flowing layouts, it's not a structured like a gallery layout. So it's more intuitive for the customer to really enjoy the car. Like we are sitting here, and let's say if you're talking about the M2, right? Yes. Normally in the past, you would come and see the car, sit in the car, and then go into a room and then talk.
Yes.
Here, you don't need to do that, right? You sit in front of the car and let's talk about the car. So your connection with the product is very, very strong.
It's a lot more approachable.
Lot more approachable. And I think it also displays the kind of passion that people have. So if you're choosing the color combination, you can look at the car on the side, you can look it up on the screen. It's a really seamless kind of experience that you provide to your customers.
You just said Mini would also be sold across.
Well, not all. Wherever we have many dealerships in the cities, so they will be integrated into the BMW showrooms. Wherever we have Motorrad, for example, as well, will also be under the same roof.
Okay.
So that the customers can move from one area to the other, like the one here, Mini behind us,
Yes.
right? We can just seamlessly get into the Mini area and then come back into BMW.
Okay. So everything is.
Everything is in the one, so it's more customer-centric. That's the whole idea behind it. And I think we're getting a really good response. I mean, this is our first lighthouse project that we launched in India. It is the second one in the world, actually, which is fantastic. And the kind of response I'm getting, everybody who's visiting is actually sending me text and saying, I can't believe this is a car showroom.
Yeah, for me also, it's not the regular, definitely the regular luxury car showroom. So is this going to be eventually replacing all the showrooms?
Yes, this will replace all our showrooms across the country over the next, 2.5 years. So by 2026 end, all the showrooms will get into this format. Dealer partners will invest over 365 crores, right, in this revamping of the entire showrooms with great facades, with great interiors, a lot of processes, a lot of new roles, as I explained, and a lot of digital features. Right? So a lot of investment will go over the next 2.5 years with our dealer partners in this one.
You mentioned technology. So that's how does that play a role when somebody is buying a luxury car?
So I think people want choices these days, right? So let's say if you're sitting here talking about this M340i and you want to try a different rim, right? Or you want to look at a different color combination, or you want to look at some accessories and you want to customize your car. Now, one option was that you would wait and they'll bring all those things to you, a different color, and then show it to you. But I think customers these days want fast action. So what you can do is you can project for example, if you wanted a red color car here, we can project the red color car on the screen for you, right, with the exact VIN number, with the exact trim that it'll have. So it's not a dummy thing, it's a actual car, right, which is sitting in stock of the dealership, and they can show that stock car here, right on the screen, which allows the customers to choose and configure their cars much easier. And also they can interact, look at the specs, look at various other aspects of the car, what all features are there, do some comparisons, so they can make the informed decision there.
Also, one thing regarding taking the delivery of a car, because that's something which is obviously very special. Buying a car is of course one of the highlights of, I think, I assume. And how is Retail Next going to look at that?
So we have a dedicated, what we call as a handover area. Okay. When we go down, you can have a look. That it's a nice little private area, so that it's your own, ceremony that you want to enjoy, right? And also, again, great places to sit around there as well, so that you can understand about the car before it gets delivered. Okay. So you're not sitting in an office being explained about the car and then come for the delivery. It all happens there in a dedicated area. Again, digital features there which explain you everything. What to do with your car. What about charging, for example, for EV? There's a charging point there to explain to you how do you charge it, and that the charge box is the same one that the customer gets. Okay. Right? So they actually go through this kind of real experience before even taking delivery of the car. And you will see the kind of lighting that is there. So it gives you that premium feeling that, this is the biggest occasion that you're buying a premium car, and actually makes you enhance that experience.
One question definitely which is quite interesting is, in age of digitalization, do people still visit, still prefer visit, or they prefer, because you can order a car online also?
I think cars for me is still something that you touch and feel.
It's very physical experience.
It is a physical experience. I mean, finally you connect with the car. Yeah. And you're not just buying a utility, right? You're buying something that you're passionate about. Of course, the digitalization happens in terms of research, in terms of understanding about what do you want, right? And doing all those things before. But finally, the real moment of truth lies when they come into the showroom, right? And actually interact with the car, interact with the people, and then make a decision about purchase and get the delivery.
Okay, so the BMW customers still
absolutely do. I mean, of course, they book online. We've seen that when we launch product, they absolutely book online. But of course, test drive is something that happens as physical thing. The actual final negotiations normally happen on a physical format, right? And the delivery, of course, right? Be it either in the showroom or at home. We offer home delivery as well, right? But customers prefer coming into the showroom because it's an occasion to celebrate.
Definitely.
It is an occasion to celebrate, and I think, and who would not like to come to a showroom like this?
Absolutely, yeah. One thing I think regarding electrification, going forward, if you can just touch upon the future plans. I mean, is BMW looking at electrification in a bigger way or expanding the product?
Yes, absolutely. I think when we started the electric journey, what was that, two years ago or so, we made a claim that we will continue to provide the widest range or options to our customers in India, right? And not only in premium space, in the industry we said that. And today also that claim is absolutely true. I don't think any other manufacturer has got 6 distinctive products in four-wheelers that a customer can choose from. And I think that's reflective in our figures being leaders back to back, year on year. And again, this year, 3rd year in a row, we're going to be leaders with the electric mobility. We will continue that momentum. We have a clear target to increase the penetration of electric vehicles in India, because what we have seen as a feedback from customer, electric mobility is actually more suitable in India than anywhere else in the world. Okay. Because of our usage conditions, right? We don't use for too long distances, right? At least in the premium space, I can guarantee and tell you that most of our customers have got a parking spot. Yeah. Okay, we provide a free wall box charger to them, so they're not reliant on any kind of public charging infrastructure. And this is actually now being proven with all the data we have. of the usage of the 2000 EVs that we have sold in India till now. What we are seeing is that people are using it same way as their combustion engines. So the number of kilometers they do on a yearly basis is absolutely replica of the combustion engine. So it's not that they're using the EVs lesser, right? They're charging once a week.
And at the moment?
At their home or their office, wherever we provide the charger. And honestly, at the moment, they don't even need to charge. What we see is that they don't need to even charge once in a week, but I think it's more a learning curve there that they feel that even if it's at 60%, 70%, they put it on charge and top it up to 100%. Okay, although honestly, you don't need to technically, but that shows that people are comfortable in just plugging into a charge overnight or early morning. Takes on an average 5 hours to charge. So while you're working or while you're sleeping, your car is fully charged up. And these cars have done 64 lakh kilometers in the country already.
Wow.
So this is not a small, sample size we're talking about. It's a huge sample size we're talking about here. And I think if I do the calculations right, we've saved almost 500 million liters of fuel.
Yeah, something like an iX, I think, has enough range.
Absolutely, it does. Most of our cars have range from 450 kilometers goes up to 635 kilometers, right? So the range is enough for Indian use condition, what we see. Again, maybe different for premium, maybe different for mass, because again, in premium space, this is not the only car you have in your household. So if you were to go for, let's say, interstate trip, normally we've seen people take other cars in any case. So this is more for intra-city, but clearly, the way the charging network is developing in India, the kind of investment that's coming through with a lot of people, I think it'll only increase. The usage of EVs will increase in India. I'm confident that we will continue to grow this business year on year. That will happen, absolutely. And also what we are doing for that is we are investing in some destination charges. Okay. So by end of 2024, we'll be up to 275 destination AC chargers that will be there across the country. Okay. In addition to the fast DC chargers, which are there at our dealerships. Okay. So we have, I think, the best charging network as well at the moment. We have almost 51 fast DC chargers up to 50 kilowatts, which are at our dealership, which is available to everybody who's owning EV, not only our customers. And these destination chargers are also going to provide even more and more accessibility for customers now.
And the reach also.
The reach, of course. I mean, we've seen, so all we are doing is, for example, in golf clubs, in hotels, in normally your tourist spots, wherever people normally visit for day trips or overnight trips, we are trying to put chargers there right now.
Last question, it's a two-part question. First of all, how has been the response with the new 5 long wheelbase? And second, I know it's not, I'm just as direct, but what's next after the 5? You already had given us a sneak peek at starting.
Well, we always say that we'll launch the product and tell you when it's happening. But of course, 5 has been, I think, the main centerpiece of our launch strategy this year. 5 long wheelbase, absolutely great feedback from customers. I think they really like the extra roominess. I think being the biggest, longest, widest and tallest car in that segment, they absolutely love it. They absolutely love the technology that's come with it, and the comfort and luxury in the rear. So I think that is a really great combination, and of course, still the best car to drive, no doubt about it. So it is still an absolute BMW, the pure DNA of BMW, but with the added attraction of the long wheelbase. And I think now we have the widest range of long wheelbase products offering in India.
Yes, with
the 3, with the 5, with the 7, there are 3 of them. So I think people understand that we are addressing the Indian customers' needs. Absolutely. I mean, we love our families. We want to travel with our families and friends. And I think it's a perfect space for that.
The starting of you had mentioned during the financial result and saying that you had launched the 5. Then obviously is the X3. And obviously...
Well, that will happen. Of course, the start of communication has started worldwide. So normally there's a gap between the worldwide start and in India. So of course the new X3 will come in due course. But again, as usual, we don't tell the exact timing.
So, but the sedans and SUVs both are going to be at the same time?
Absolutely both. I think that way we as BMW have got a very good ratio of sedan and SUV. So we are not overly indexed on either one of them. Right? So we're pretty much sitting close to 50-50 now. Of course, the SUVs are growing very fast as well because, we have launched the X7 in the past, the new X1. And so the growth rates are quite high, but in terms of ratio, I think it's a very good mix we got now.
Thank you so much and congratulations for Retail.next.
Thank you.
And definitely looking forward to checking out the show. It looks really good.
Thank you, Somnath. Please enjoy and have a nice coffee as well, all right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.